fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. You know, people have really kind of gave Joshua a break, and you know, he's been on vacation, he's been recovering from his surgery and all that stuff. And my current thoughts on AJ is simple. AJ doesn't need tune-ups. AJ doesn't need concessions. AJ doesn't need any help. He doesn't need to fight anyone less than average. He needs to fight the best. He needs to be put in there with a Kabayel, a Zhang, a Bakali, maybe a Danny Dubois, maybe. But he needs to be on that level of fighters that are fighters on that level now. He's world level. When you're world level, there's no time for tune-ups. There's no time to get the kinks out. We know exactly what and how, and he's supposed to know how and what he's supposed to do at this stage of his career. It's a sink or swim now. The expectations for all the money and all the support, it should mean something. He should make it worth something. If he still has it, we've seen AJ in always training. You have never seen AJ fat. That being said, I think what's expected of him is him to fight the top guys or get out of the sport, because there's no time for tune-ups and redos and, you know, hey, let me get this. No. I don't think AJ was AJ or became AJ being a Tyson Fury. That's something that Tyson Fury would do. That's why Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury. And Anthony Joshua is Anthony Joshua. What do you think, and why do you think people gave AJ, or why was AJ such a successful fighter? He was such a successful fighter because he fought the top guys at the time that kept him on a particular level. You know, that's how it's done. When you start giving people fights that they don't belong in, it's hard to get up for. Look at the Robert Helenius fight. That fight looked terrible. Why? Because I don't think AJ was up for that fight because the opponent wasn't dangerous enough to give him anything to get up for, you know. And I think that's why, along with the PED use of Robert Helenius, he was able to give AJ a nice, friendly face, because he was able to land on AJ, because AJ, you know, wasn't, I don't think, as sharp enough, because his opposition, he knew cognitively that he wasn't on that level. But in other words, he underestimated him because he didn't get up for the opponent, because the opponent wasn't worth getting up for. Therefore, that opponent did a lot better than he thought that he would do. You know, so I think when AJ coming back to the sport, he needs to fight one of those guys to show that he is still the man, you know, to show where he is, to show that he is world level. You know, showcase fights are long gone for someone like AJ, because AJ is trying to show how good he is in the circle of competition that he's in. But you guys tell me what you think of this breakdown concerning Anthony Joshua currently. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.